Let me ask you something. How many times have you heard someone tell you that being honest means saying exactly what you think, no matter how it makes the other person feel? We've all been there, right? You know, those moments where you think you're just telling it like it is, but all you're really doing is digging yourself into a deeper hole. And when it comes to talking to women, let me tell you, there's a fine line between honesty and outright stupidity. So, what's the problem? Why does honesty often backfire? Because, my friend, there's a huge difference between being brutally honest and being unnecessarily rude or, worse, insulting. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 things you should never say to a woman. These are the words that will turn her off faster than you can say, "I was just being honest." It's time to rethink your approach, because the truth is, you don't need to lower her self-esteem to raise your own. Let's get into it. Part 1. Never belittle what she does for a job. Alright, here's the thing, don't ever belittle a woman's job. It sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many guys screw this one up. Now, I get it, sometimes you look at what she does and you think, how does she even make money doing that? But here's where you need to check yourself. Just because you don't understand it or it's not a typical 9 to 5 job doesn't mean it's worthless. Let me give you an example. Imagine she's running an Etsy shop, designing custom jewelry for pets, or selling handmade candles. You might think, that's a hobby, not a real job. But the truth is, for her, that's her passion, her hustle, her livelihood. So, what do? You respect it. You ask her about her work and show genuine interest in how she does it, why she loves it, and what it means to her. But never, and I mean never, make the mistake of dismissing her efforts by saying things like, "Yeah, but what's your real job?" or, "You must be just doing this on the side, right?" When you belittle what she does, you're not just putting her job down, you're putting her down. She'll feel like you don't value her, her ambitions, or her ability to build something for herself. And guess what? That's not just a turn-off, it's a red flag. So, when it comes to her work, be smart. Be respectful. Recognize that what might seem trivial to you could be the driving force behind her self-worth. And you don't want to be the guy who tramples all over that. Part 2. Never comment on her weight or age. Now, let's tackle something that should be obvious, but sadly, some guys still get it wrong. Never, ever comment on a woman's weight or age. I know, you're probably thinking, well, duh. Who would say something like that? But trust me, it happens more than you think. Some men, especially in the so-called self-improvement or men's development communities, have this misguided notion that being brutally honest means pointing out a woman's flaws, like her weight or how old she looks. Let me make this clear, this approach is nothing but a recipe for disaster. Picture this, you've just met a woman, you're having a conversation, and you think it's a good idea to tell her, "Wow, you look like you've gained some weight," or "You look older than I thought." What are you hoping to achieve here? Are you trying to be the honest guy who just says what everyone else is afraid to say? Because if you are, let me break it to you, all you're doing is being rude and inconsiderate. No woman, no matter how confident she is, wants to hear that kind of thing, especially from someone she's just met. Even if you somehow think she won't mind, or that it's just a joke, understand this, women hear comments like this all the time. In fact, many have been conditioned to expect them. But just because it might be common doesn't mean it's acceptable. And here's the kicker, when you bring up her weight or age, it doesn't make you seem honest or real, it makes you seem insecure, judgmental, and downright disrespectful. So, take my advice, keep your thoughts to yourself. Compliment her on something meaningful. Talk about her interests, her ambitions, or the way she lights up a room when she walks in. But weight and age, that's off limits. Trust me, you're not doing yourself any favors by bringing that up. Part 3. Don't talk about your problems using emotional language. Alright, let's move on to another critical mistake that some men make when interacting with women, talking about your problems in an emotional, pitiful way. Now, I know it might sound like I'm asking you to suppress your feelings or act like you have no emotions at all. That's not what I'm saying. In fact, showing vulnerability and being able to talk about your challenges can actually make you more relatable and human. But here's the thing, there's a big difference between opening up about your issues in a calm, rational way and complaining like a damsel in distress. Imagine you're talking to a woman, and you start saying things like, "Ugh, my boss is such a jerk. He's always ignoring me and not giving me the recognition I deserve. It's just not fair. I've worked so hard, but no one cares." Now, what are you hoping she's going to do? Pat you on the back and say, there, poor thing, life is so hard for you." No. What you're really doing is showing her that you don't have control over your emotions and that you're not a problem solver. The key here is to be solution-focused. Instead of whining about your problems, talk about them in a way that shows you're in control and actively working towards a solution. For example, you might say, "I'm dealing with a situation at work where my boss isn't recognizing my efforts. But I know my worth, and I'm looking at my options to move forward. It's a tough spot, but I'm staying focused on what's next." See the difference? You're not seeking sympathy, you're demonstrating resilience and emotional control. Women find this kind of strength incredibly attractive. They want someone who is able to handle challenges without becoming overwhelmed by them. When you talk about your problems in a calm, collected manner, it shows that you're a man who is in control of his emotions, someone who can handle life's curveballs without falling apart. So, don't play the victim. Be the hero of your own story. That's what makes you stand out. Part 4. Don't tell her you've got her all figured out. Now, let's talk about something that's both cringe-worthy and potentially relationship-wrecking, telling a woman that you've figured her out. It's a mistake many guys make, thinking that if they say, "I've got you all figured out," it will make them sound confident, experienced, and even a little mysterious. But here's the truth, it doesn't. It actually comes off as arrogant, and worse, it can make the woman feel like you're trying to box her into a category that she doesn't fit into. No one wants to feel like they're predictable or stereotyped, especially by someone they're trying to connect with. Let me explain. When you tell a woman you've figured her out, you're essentially putting a label on her. You're saying that there's no more mystery left, no more discovery to be had. It's like you're saying, "I know everything about you now, so why bother exploring any further?" This is not only boring, it's insulting. It shuts down any opportunity for her to be complex or multidimensional. But here's the secret, women love it when you're intrigued by them, when you show curiosity about their thoughts, their feelings, and their experiences. You don't need to have everything figured out. In fact, it's better if you don't. The key is to make observations about her, small but meaningful ones that spark her interest and make her feel understood, without acting like you're some kind of mind reader. For example, instead of saying, "I've got you all figured out," try something like this, "You're someone who leads with your heart more than your head, aren't you? I love that about you. It makes you stand out from the crowd." This is a subtle observation, mini reading, as I like to call it. It's specific, thoughtful, and it shows that you've noticed something unique about her. It invites her to share more about herself, rather than shutting her down. So, the next time you're about to say, "I've got you all figured out," stop. Think about how you can show genuine curiosity instead. Let her know that you see her for more than just the surface-level qualities, that you're interested in her mind, her soul, and all the layers that make her who she is. This will always lead to a deeper, more meaningful connection. Part 5. Don't talk about your problems using emotional language. Alright, now let's dive into one of the most common, and yet easily avoidable mistakes, talking about your problems in an overly emotional way. It's perfectly fine to talk about your challenges, whether they're work-related or personal. In fact, sharing your struggles can make you seem more human, more relatable. But here's the catch, it's how you talk about those problems that really matters. When you start to speak in an emotional, almost pitiful way, it's not attractive. Think about it, Do you really want to come across as the guy who's constantly looking for sympathy or attention? That's the opposite of what you want. Women are drawn to men who are stoic, who can talk about their challenges without falling apart emotionally. So, instead of saying things like, "My boss is such a jerk. He never gives me the pay rise I deserve. It's so unfair, I work so hard and no one notices," you want to flip the script. A more powerful approach would sound something like this: "I'm facing a situation at work with my boss. He doesn't recognize my worth, and that's something I can't accept. I'm exploring my options, and I'll make some tough decisions soon." See the difference? The first example is full of emotion, frustration, and a sense of helplessness. It's a cry for validation and attention. The second example, however, is calm, matter-of-fact, and solution-focused. You're in control of the situation, and you're actively working on a resolution. This approach not only shows that you're in control of your emotions, but it also communicates that you're action-oriented, focused on solving your problems rather than dwelling on them. Women admire men who are solution-oriented. It shows confidence, strength, and maturity, qualities that are incredibly attractive. So, the next time you feel like venting about your problems, take a step back. Don't let your emotions take over. Present your challenges in a calm, controlled way, and focus on the steps you're taking to fix them. By doing this, you'll come across as more mature, grounded, and attractive, and women will respect and admire you for it. Conclusion. So there you have it, 5 things you should never say to a woman. These are not just random tips, but practical insights that can help you navigate your interactions with confidence and respect. To recap, first, avoid belittling her job or what she does for a living. Even if her career isn't something you understand or value, showing genuine interest and respect will always work in your favor. Second, never, ever comment on her weight or age, and definitely don't try to use it as a way to assert dominance or control. Women are not objects to be criticized or diminished. Next, avoid the common trap of thinking you've figured her out. A woman is more than a puzzle to be solved. Let her surprise you and keep things fresh. Don't use emotional language when talking about your problems. Be stoic, be in control, and communicate your challenges with clarity and purpose, not desperation. And finally, the big one, don't treat her as just another face in the crowd, part of a queue of men. Show her you're not just another guy seeking attention. You're the exception, and you're interested in getting to know her as an individual, not a part of some superficial competition. The point of all of this is simple: to communicate value. Not just your value as a man, but the value you place on her as a woman, as an individual. You can't fake it. You have to genuinely respect her and understand that women are not here to simply serve your ego. If you can demonstrate this respect and appreciation through the way you speak to her, and more importantly, how you listen to her, you will find that your relationships will grow stronger and more fulfilling. The goal isn't to manipulate or play mind games, it's to create real, meaningful connections. By following these principles, you'll not only avoid making cringe-worthy mistakes, but you'll also position yourself as someone worth her time and attention. And when you do that, the results will speak for themselves. So remember, it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it, and the respect and value you convey in every interaction.